So as you can see, this is lecture 3 in semester 2. It is one of the of grade 7 lessons. The title of our lesson is Addition and Subtraction of Signed Numbers. Please listen to me carefully. As I was saying, today I will discuss this lesson quickly with you. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, we will be solving the worksheet that I sent on this week on the app. So what should you do today? Today, you should solve the worksheet before I start solving it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to ask you questions, how we solve this, what should we do here, what should we do here? So please be prepared and try to solve the questions in the worksheet before you come tomorrow to the Zoom session. We will finish all the worksheet during 2 Zoom sessions because on Friday we have a math quiz. It will be in congruent triangles 1 and in addition and subtraction of signed numbers. The lesson we are starting today. The objectives of this lesson, I want please, Lynn Shibani, please read the objectives. Read, Lynn.
Okay. Identify signed numbers.
Yes.
Locate signed numbers on a numerical axis.
Yes.
Addition and subtraction of signed numbers.
Yes.
Apply a pyramid on a numerical expression.
PEMDAS, Lynn. PEMDAS.
PEMDAS.
Yes, you still remember the PEMDAS or the order of operation? Yes, so these are the 4 objectives that we these are the 4 objectives that we are going to cover in this lecture. Of course, I'm not starting directly with addition and subtraction of signed numbers because there are things that you must know before we start adding and subtracting. I'm going to remind you again, what are signed numbers? To remind you about signed numbers, I want to give you where are signed numbers used in our daily life. In our daily life or the days we live, most of the time we use signed numbers or we deal with signed numbers. Who can give me an example? Where are signed numbers used in our daily life? Where do you see signed numbers, guys? Who can tell me?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Money?
Everywhere? Where everywhere? Who said something?
The shopping mall.
In the supermarket, we see signed numbers? No, in the supermarket we see numbers. We don't see signed numbers.
Yes.
No. Yes?
Thermometer?
In the thermometer, yes. Do you know the thermometer which we use to measure temperature of the weather, of our body temperature? If you look inside the thermometer, yes, you see signed numbers. You see positive numbers and you see negative numbers. Another example in our daily life where we see signed numbers, it's very known. Have you ever used an elevator in a building?
Yes.
If we have blocks above the ground and we have blocks under the ground, on the elevator we see numbers that are positive and numbers that are negative, right?
Yes.
For the blocks above the ground, we use positive numbers, and for the blocks under the ground, we use negative numbers. So this is also an example where we see positive and negative numbers in our daily life. So please keep these examples on your minds: a thermometer and in an elevator. Now, the activity I'm going to see with you is dealing with a thermometer. where I see signed numbers in our daily life. So observe the adjacent thermometer. As you can see, I have given you 3 thermometers. Thermometer A, thermometer B, thermometer C. I want you to look at a very important point in each thermometer, which is the 0. Here we have a 0. In thermometer B, we have a 0. And in thermometer C, we have a 0. Why is the 0 important? Because all the numbers above 0 or upward from 0 are positive numbers. All the numbers below 0 are negative numbers. That's why 0 is a very important point in the thermometer. Let's start. If you look at thermometer A, the temperature indicated by thermometer A is 5 below 0. So this is the 0, the temperature indicated where I see the red sign. It is 5 below 0. Yes. So because it is below 0, it is denoted by -5. I want to ask you, -5 is a positive number or a negative number?
Negative.
Why? Because we have a minus before it. So -5
Yes.
is called a negative number. Now, if we look at thermometer B, please, I want to ask Taline. Yes, Taline. Taline? Taline, are you with me?
Miss بعمل أنا.
No, Hussein, stay aside. Don't disturb, okay? This is the last time, Hussein. This is the last warning for you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Hussein. I will ask you later. Yes, Sari, can you answer me, please?
Yeah.
If you look at thermometer B, Sari, the temperature indicated, what is it?
5.
5 above 0 or below 0?
Above.
So how do we denote 5? By a +5 or a -5? It's above 0.
+5.
So is it a positive number or a negative number?
Positive.
So thank you, Sari. The temperature indicated by thermometer B is 5 above 0. It is denoted by +5, and the +5, as Sari said, is a positive number. Now let's look at thermometer C. In thermometer C, I want to ask Leia Dayekh. Yes, Leia Dayekh. Stop raising your hands, guys.
Yes,
Who's missing me?
yes, miss.
Leia, are you talking?
Yes, I'm talking.
Okay. Okay, Leia, if you look at thermometer C, which is the last thermometer, can you tell me what is the indicated temperature in thermometer C?
It is 10 below 0.
Yes, so it is negative or positive?
Negative.
Thank you. So because it is 10 below 0, as Leia said, it is -10, and -10 is known as a negative number. Please, now I want Adnan. Yes, Adnan.
Yes, miss.
Please start reading, Adnan. Numbers.
Numbers can be preceded by plus. If plus, these are positive numbers. Positive, minus, these are negative number.
Yes, Adnan.
Negative.
So if we have a number and we see a plus before it, then it is positive. Preceded means before. If we have a minus before it, then it is negative. Thank you, Adnan. I want, please, Hassan Sroor. Hassan Sroor, start reading the examples. Yes, Hassan Sroor. Read the examples. Positive numbers such as
+3, +9, +10, +10.
where are you reading 10? This is a +11, Hassan.
Is that 11?
Yes. +5/9.
Plus 2.8.
So from the examples given, Hassan, a positive number can be a whole number, it can be a decimal number, or it can be a fraction, right?
Yes.
Continue. Negative numbers such as
-9, -5, -1, minus 7 over 11 minus 6.1.
Thank you. So these are examples of positive numbers and negative numbers. Please, Dalal, read the remark in the box.
Remark, it's not necessary to write a plus in front of the positive number. If we are
Continue.
expressing a positive number, for example, plus 7, we can simply write 7.
So what we mean here, Dalal, is if you are writing a positive number, any positive number, you can write it with a plus or you can write it without a plus. But a negative number should always be written with a minus. Okay, Dalal?
Okay.
Thank you, Dalal. Now I want Reem to read the last.
Miss Clara?
Reem.
Welcome.
Reem?
Yes.
Read Reem. 0.
0 is the only number that has no sign. It is neither positive nor negative.
So the only number, Reem, that is not positive or not negative is 0. Always 0 comes between all the positive numbers and all the negative numbers. So always the 0 stands aside. She says, always the 0 says, I have no sign. So we should not write a plus 0 or a minus 0. We always write only a 0. Okay, this is very important. Thank you, Reem. Now we move to the next slide. I want, please, Razan.
Miss Clara?
Miss Carla, yes?
Miss, please, did you take my name in the attendance because I joined now?
Who are you?
Muhammad Bawab.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. I have taken your name. Continue with us, Muhammad, okay? So
Yes,
I
call
want...
my name, please.
What's your name?
Jude.
Jude. Yes, Jude. Hello, sahla bi Jude. No, Jude, I have written your name. Yes, Razan, please start writing. Please, all of you, mute. Razan, start reading. All positive and negative numbers, read.
All
Razan?
positive and negative numbers are located on an... Yes.
Yes, start, yes.
All positive and negative numbers are located on a numerical axis, a number line. On the numerical axis, we always locate the first point, the origin of the axis.
Thank you, Razan. If you look at this line in math, we call this line a number line or a numerical line. On this numerical line, we put all the positive numbers and all the negative numbers. But it's very important to know that, as Razan said, the first point we locate on the number line is the origin. So the origin is a very important point because it is 0. The origin is always 0. As you can see, to the right of the 0, always to the right side of the 0, we write all the positive integers or numbers, and to the left of the 0, we write all the negative integers or numbers. As we said before, 0 is neither positive nor negative. Yes, Huda, please continue reading. All. Yes, Huda?
Yes, Miss.
Miss, sorry, I'm late. My internet connection is
Positive
bad.
numbers
Wait, Huda, wait. Who's talking now?
Miss me, Noura.
Noura. Okay. Continue, Huda. Thank you, Noura. I have taken your name. Yes, Huda. All positive.
Okay.
Yes, Huda.
all positive numbers are located to the right of the origin. All negative numbers are located to the left of the origin.
Thank you, Huda. So always, whenever we are locating numbers, as Huda said, the positive numbers are to the right, the negative numbers are to the left. Please read Fatima. Yes, Fatima. When moving. Yes, Fatima. Adam Hajaji. Yes, read. When moving.
Yes, miss.
Read.
When moving on the always
Axis.
axis is start always start from the origin.
So if you are locating Adam points on the axis, you always start from the origin. If it is a positive, you go towards the positive. If it is negative, you go towards the negative. Continue reading, Adam. Every point
Every point located on the axis in is represented
said by
by a number, either positive or negative, minus a letter.
no, a letter, a number and a letter. So any point I want to locate or put on this axis, it has two things. It has a name, which is a letter, A, B, C, D, M, N, whatever the letter is, and it has a number. This number can be either positive or negative. Let's look at these examples here. For example, if I give you a point A is +3, this, what do we read it? We read it, listen to me carefully. A, we don't say parentheses. The parentheses, we read it has. So we read it A has +3. What do we call the number that represent the point? We call it an abscessa. Never forget this name. So we say A has an abscessa +3. So +3 is the abscessa of A. Look at B. B has an abscessa -2. So the abscessa of B is -2. The origin of the axis, look at the origin. I said the origin is always at 0. So always the abscessa of the origin is 0. We write the origin O has an abscessa 0. As you can see, 0 has no sign. It is always written without a sign. Now I want to move to opposite abscessas. Yes, I want, please, Zainab Asi to read. Opposite abscessas, Zainab, read. Up here, up in the slide. Read opposite abscessas. Yes, Zainab.
Oh, 6.
No. Read. Opposite abscessas, they have
Opposite abscessas. Miss, where is it?
Don't you see the slide? It's here. They have.
Oh, now it came. They have same numbers but different signs.
Okay, for example, what is the opposite of 6, Zainab?
-6.
-4.
4.
2.
-2.
-8.
8.
The opposite of 0 is?
0.
It's never -0, okay? So these, we call them opposite abscessas. They have the same numbers. This is 6 and this is 6, but they have different signs. If the first is positive, the second will be negative. If the first is negative, the second will be positive. So please, the word abscessa is very important. The abscessa means the number where the point is located on the number line. So 1 is an abscessa, 2 is an abscessa, 3 is an abscessa, 0 is an abscessa, -1 is an abscessa. The numbers are the abscessas. Now I will move to the next slide. I want, please, Michael to read. Yes, Michael. An axis.
An axis is a line where we choose an origin, the
On the 0, yes.
and a unit, the centimeter of example, and a sense, the
Yes.
one going from left to right. The positive numbers are placed to the right of 0 and the negative numbers to the left of 0.
I said this before. So if we start from 0, here we have the positive numbers, here we have the negative numbers.
origin, صح?
What? 0, yes, is the origin. It is O, the origin, yes. Now we will do a practice together. On the axis below, we should locate A that corresponds to the number +4. So where is A located? I want to ask Adam Arauni. If A corresponds to the number +4, so where is A located, Adam Arauni?
Under 4.
On the +4. So to go to
Yes.
the +4, Adam, we go right from 0 or left from 0?
Right from 0.
Yes, so here on the +4, look how we locate points. We mark on the +4, then we write the letter which is A. So this is how we locate points on an axis. We mark on the number, then we write the letter. So as I said, the +4 is called the abscissa of point A, and we write it always in this way. We don't write A equal -4. No, we write A parenthesis +4. We read it, A has an abscissa +4. Now, I want to ask, please, Dana Hashush. Yes, Dana Hashush. What is the abscissa of the origin point, Dana? Dana? Okay, I want to ask Carlo. Yes, Carlo. Carlo?
Can I answer?
Carlo? حسان سرور احسن ما يسيبوا شيء حسان سرور.
Can I answer?
سوري حسان وطفة. حسان نجبت حسان سرور. حسان وطفة.
نعم يا ماس.
حسان, what is the abscissa of the origin point? Where is the origin located? At which abscissa? You said it now. At which abscissa? Look at the origin. Where is it?
Zero, origin.
Yes. So we write O parenthesis. In the parenthesis we write 0. Okay, Hassan? So we write O has...
بس أنا تركت تليفوني وكنت رايح على المطبخ لما ماما ماشية عشان تجيب لي دفتر بعدين سمعت صوت عشان هيك ما
okay, don't
جاوبت
worry.
بسرعة.
Don't worry. So we write O has an abscissa 0. Now we should place on the axis B having abscissa -4. Because -4 is negative, so we go to the left side. On the -4 we mark and we write its name B. -2.5 also, it is on the negative side. This is -2. Here is the -2.5. So we write its name is C. D is a +3.5. It is on the positive side. +1, +2, +3. +3.5 is between +3 and +4. So we locate here the point D. This is how we locate points on a numerical axis. Now let me talk about the distance between 2 points on the axis. For example, if I asked you, what is the distance from O to A? I don't say +4. Always when we talk about a distance, we say it 4. Whatever, wherever it is, either it's in the positive side or in the negative side. Let me tell you something. So the distance from O to A is 4. We don't say a sign. The distance from O to D is 3.5. The distance from O to C is 2.5. The distance from O to B is 4. Why? Because the distance is always positive. We do not have a negative distance. Why? Because distance means we are measuring something. And when we measure, we always measure using positive. We never measure something in the negative because negative does not exist. Now, let's practice an exercise together. I want to ask Laris. Yes, Laris.
Yes.
Laris, you have a numerical axis, Laris. On this numerical axis, you have point A, you have point B, O, and C. The first question is, find the abscissa of A. What is the abscissa of A, Laris?
3.
We write A parenthesis 3. Thank you, Laris. Please, Asil. Yes, Asil. Asil?
Can I?
Who's this?
Lin Shibani.
Yes, Lin. What's the abscissa of B?
A positive B.
This is B. Where is B located? At which number is B located, Lin? Look at the axis.
At negative.
Negative what?
-4.
So we write B has an abscissa -4. Yes, Selena. Where is O located, Selena? Ali Basma, where is O located?
On 0.
So O
On the
has an
abscess of
abscissa 0. Yes, Ali, thank you. Ali Nasruddin, where is C located?
C is located on -1.
So C has an abscissa -1. It's very important to know how we write the abscissa between parentheses. This is very important. Now we should locate the points E at -5. -5 is negative, so we go to the left of 0 on the -5 and we locate E. F is located on 4, which is positive. We go to the right side on the 4, we locate F. H has -2. On the negative side to the left, we locate a -2, which is H. Now I want to ask Maya. Yes, Maya.
Yes, miss.
I want you to look, Maya, at F and B. What is the abscissa of F? What is the abscissa of B?
-4.
How do you see these two abscissas? One is 4, the other is -4. What do we call them? What? They have same numbers, Maya, but different signs. What do we call them? I talked about it before.
Symmetrical?
No, if I'm talking about numbers, Maya, they are opposite numbers, right?
Yes.
But if I'm talking about the points F and B, as you said, F is the symmetric of B with respect to O, as if O is the midpoint and F and B are at the same distance from the midpoint. But if we are talking about numbers, Maya, we say that the numbers are opposite to each others. Now I will start talking about addition and subtraction of signed numbers. Addition of signed numbers, we have two cases. Either we are adding two numbers that have the same signs. If I am adding a positive number with a positive number or a negative number with a negative number, here to get the answer, if I am adding a positive number with a positive number, my answer will be positive and I add the numbers. If I am adding a negative number with a negative number, my answer also will be negative and I add the numbers. So what does the rule say? We keep the sign as it is and we add the numbers. I will give you examples now. If I am adding a +6 with a +3, since I am adding a positive number with a positive number, the rule says we keep the sign as it is and we add 6 + 3 is 9. 5 plus 2. Here 5 has no sign, and I said if a number has no sign, it should be considered as positive. So I'm adding a positive number with a positive number. My sign will be positive. As you see, I didn't write it because I'm free to write a positive sign or not writing it at all. And we add 5 plus 2 is 7. Here I am adding a negative with a negative. It stays negative and we add 7 plus 2 is 9. Now, we might be adding two numbers that have different signs. I might be adding a positive number with a negative number or a negative number with a positive number. In this case, if we are adding different signs, we take the sign of the greatest number and we subtract. I will give you example. +9, I'm adding it with -5. I am adding a positive with a negative. I have different signs. Since I have different signs, I will take the sign of the greatest number, which is 9. Since it is positive, so I keep it positive and I subtract. 9 minus 5 is 4. Of course, here you have so many examples that you can apply. Here we have to practice this exercise. I want to ask Larissa. Yes, Larissa. Larissa?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes, miss.
+12 plus 25. You are adding what here?
Plus.
A positive, you should say a positive with a positive, right?
Yes.
What will be the sign of the answer? Positive or negative?
Positive.
And we add the numbers. 12 plus 25 is how much? 30?
36. 36.
No, it's not
37.
36, it's
Wait,
37. As you can see, I have written 37 without a sign because you can write plus 37 or you can write just 37 because it's a positive number. Now, whom didn't I ask? I want to ask Jude. Yes, Jude. Jude? Who has a question? Don't say me. Say your name.
Leia.
Yes, Leia, what's your question?
Miss, if we're subtracting or adding, we don't look at the numbers of the positive and negative in between the parentheses, صح?
In addition, Leia, I don't care about the numbers. What I care is, do they have same sign or different sign? If they have same sign, I take the same sign and I add. If they have different signs, now I care for the sign of the biggest number or the greatest number, okay? I haven't talked about subtraction yet. I have talked only about addition, okay, Leia?
Okay.
Okay, I will continue. I said Jude. Yes, Jude. Jude. Jude has gone with the wind. Carlo, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, the connection
Okay,
is really
don't
bad.
worry, Carlo. I know the weather is very bad today. We have plus 42. I'm adding it with a plus 17. What will be the sign of the answer?
Plus.
And we add 42 plus 17 is?
59.
59. Thank you, Carlo. I am
You're
adding Noura, negative 13 with a negative 25. What will be the sign of the answer, Noura? Noura? Aya, are you here, Aya?
Yes.
Aya, if I'm adding a negative with a negative, what will be the sign of the answer?
Negative.
And we add 13 plus 25 is?
38.
So negative 38. Of course, these are more examples. You can practice them when we finish. Now, subtraction of signed numbers. I will stop at subtraction. Tomorrow we will still have only subtraction. Then we start
Miss, I
the
have a
exercises.
question.
Yes, what's the question?
Miss, if we have a minus and a plus,
Yes.
what do we do?
What do you mean
We
by a minus
subtract.
and a plus? You mean you have, for example,
If we
minus
have a
7. Listen. You have minus 7 plus 18, like this example here.
Yes.
We look at
Yes,
the greatest number. The greatest number is 18. Its sign is positive, so my answer will be positive, and I subtract.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Here, I have positive and negative. My answer will be as the greatest. The greatest is 43. It is positive, so my answer will be positive, and I subtract, okay?